Hello everyone, this is episode 9 of Scala Project from Scratch. If you haven't seen previous episodes, I recommend that you do. If you are still going to watch, then let's get to it. So in the last episode, we spent pretty much all of the video on building a front end for our client. Basically, this interface, that would take the command, that's how we call it. It would take a command and some arguments possibly for that command, maybe the list command, that would have to talk to the server, which we currently don't have. This is why we're getting an error. That's basically what we built. And for this one, I was thinking we could add some streamed output, because currently the client sort of just sees nothing until we actually get a response from the server. And it would be nice to have something like in a Docker client, where if you run a build, you'll see the progress of that build as you are watching the client run, even though all the work is happening in the server. So that's one idea for what we could do. That seems to be a little time consuming, like when I think about how long it's gonna take. So I don't know if we'll have time for anything else. I'm only planning to record for an hour today. But if we do have time, I was thinking of starting a custom build file format. So basically something I've teased a couple times before, something like a Docker file, because currently we have a JSON file for the build definition. And I was thinking to just have a custom language, like a very small language that we would parse with some parser combinators, something like that. So yeah, we'll see. This seems like a fun task, but I also wanted to have the streamed output quite a lot. So I think we'll try to do that. But before we go through that, I think we should do the Scala Steward run. So we'll try to merge all the updates from Scala Steward. Thankfully, there's only 4 pull requests. So this should be a breeze. So let's open all of these. So you have cuts effect. This is a small patch version update. I'm just gonna merge that pretty locally just to save some time actually, let me try to fetch the steward remote. Yeah, so I'm gonna merge steward update, and it's gonna be cuts effect 339. And now we'll do, yeah, I forgot I can actually merge multiple PRs at once. Wait, I didn't open this one? Yeah, some of these actually, like this decline PR, this was open since almost the moment that I actually started using decline, because I think I used a version that wasn't the latest one, but that's not a big problem, not a problem at all. So HTTP first, and that's just a patch version update. So I'm just gonna take that and decline 210 to 20. It still builds, so I'm just gonna assume it works. And then Tapir, so this is gonna be interesting. From 0.19.4 to 0.21, so that's a larger change, and we are definitely on 0.19.4. Okay, so this name doesn't exist. Yeah, that's gonna be a tougher one. I can actually try. Let me just push these changes first. That should close some of the pull requests, like these 3, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna look into this, but also I'm gonna look at the release notes of 0.20. Oh wow, they are aiming to have 1.00. That's pretty nice. So I wanna look at 0.20.0. And there is one. So that's the final 0x release. Yeah, new features. There's an improved stub interpreter. Not much that we're using was changed. Yeah, I was looking for, okay, breaking changes, optional parts and multi-part codec. We don't have that. Okay, I'm just gonna try to compile that. So I'm gonna check out that pull request, number 73, and import the build. That should take a couple seconds. And where's the error? That was in the client side executor. Everything else seems to have compiled, so it's just the client, it seems. Yeah, we are here. So let me look at the API of that. We have to request throw decode failures. That's probably what we want to use. Yeah. Okay, I kind of wish they had deprecated this first, but that's gonna be okay as well. It looks like that was the only change, so I'm just gonna run the tests and see if that passes. Yeah, that was fine. So yeah. For some reason my terminal breaks only when I'm recording these videos. I don't even have to be recording, it's just like this project is cursed or something. Or maybe with this font size, I don't really know. But yeah, we'll have to live with that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna push to the branch of, yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. Like it cleared the output for no reason. Just push this to discuss your remote. I'm just gonna let that branch exist, and if it passes CI in here, I'll just merge that. Oh, there's a conflict. Fine. I'm gonna rebase, or yeah, let's just merge main because why not? So Tapir 021, SPFS. Let's just bump this one and accept this change. Okay, and we can push now. All right, back to main. So my plans for this episode, I already said that I was going to add the streamed output, but I already have an example as well. So let me just import the build again because we changed the dependencies a bit. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, the idea is that we would have some sort of pretty output. So not only just showing like strings, boring information, I wanted to have some sort of color and also some sort of pretty, you know, so something that's a bit different than standard text. So we would have these funny Unicode characters. I got these from this table, just looking for Unicode tables. These characters are called box drawing characters, like that's the spec, all of it. And I basically just copy pasted them here. The alternative to just copy pasting this is if you have a character like that, for example, this would be, let me see, light down and left. Yeah, that's gonna be in this column. Yeah, I feel like I'm blind when I'm looking at this because it's so difficult to find them. Heavy down right, heavy right, this one, light down and right. Yeah, so I think that's the same. Yeah, that's the same character. So you have this code like 0 to 250, and then you have this character right here that has a C here. So you go to a Scala REPL or just a Scala code base, and you open a character literal, and you say \u, and then you need like 4 characters, I believe. So 20, 50, 250, and C in this case. So we have that. So you could also say that here. But it's just more convenient to have the actual character in here, and Scala allows that, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. And yeah. So that's the idea that I have. That's like just some examples. We will not have this kind of code because this is very, very hard-coded, but that's what we were gonna aim for. For now, I'm just gonna disable this code because first of all, we need to enable some sort of streaming for these strings, and yeah, that's just not gonna be that trivial. So let's just run the server. This work is mostly gonna be, well, actually it's gonna be on both sides. But yeah, let me have the server here. Another idea, like something that would help quite a lot with developing this, would be to have the client start the server, like in the background, or start it and close it when we are closing. And let me see how much work that would be. First of all, we would need to make the client depend on the server for the time being at least. And we would also need to have this as a resource, which is not that bad. So let's say like serve. Let's see how, like, if this would actually work. So if we go to the client and we make that depend on server and we import, in the client I should be able to, in my whole IO, the convert command, yeah, right here, I should be able to say like server, well, yeah, I think we finally have a reason to use a different package. Now we have two classes in the same package with the same name. So let me just take a step back, just stash this. I'm gonna add packages, so we're gonna put everything into everything in the server is gonna go to a steve.server package. Everything in the client is gonna go to a steve.client package. So let's do it. I'm just going to use VS Code, so this is gonna be pretty boring work. I'm just gonna fast forward through it. So let's do it. Right, so I think I moved everything. I still have to move the test one, the test class in the client. I actually use the regular expression to find package Steve in some of the subdirectories. Now let's try to like do a bloop clean and recompile everything again. And we have some issues. I think that's just a matter of importing from the parent package. Yep. Yeah, the server has its own model, so that makes sense. This is also a good reminder of all the things we have in the code base. That's the wrong hash. It's not a lot of imports that I have to add, and thankfully I don't have to write any of that by hand. It would have been nicer if I could just extract that, like move things to a different package, but I understand that with metals it's just currently not possible. Wait, there was something else here. Generic server error and server-side executor. Yeah. Okay. And it seems like all of it compiles. No, now the tests in the server. Let me try this. Build and this hash, that's easier. So we want system state, that's the only one. Okay. We need this. Just trying to fast forward through it. Okay, now I guess the client also doesn't like the compilation. That's an interesting one. So this is command build. This is a command in... Where does that come from? Command run those images. I believe that's like the generic command, right? So just Steve. And now executor. Okay, that's interesting. Oh yeah, this front end has been moved. That helped. And that's gonna be the final file until the tests. Yeah, as I thought, this one also needs a client. And finally, the compatibility tests. Okay, let's just test everything again. Looks good. All right. Yeah, so that's a lot of stuff in here, but Git was smart enough to tell that it's a small, relatively small div. So yeah, call it repackaging and call it a day. And I think we can unstash again. Yep. Okay. So what I wanted to do, again, have this dependency in the client, depend on the server, and try to call that from the client. So Steve server main serve use, and there was this, hold on, surround. That's it, yeah. So surround, what it does is it's a method on resource that takes an IO and just acquires the resource before running this IO, runs that, and just goes. This is pretty trivial here. It's just use ignoring the resource, but you don't have to. You don't need a lambda, and in here you don't need to write this. Just a small convenience, but yeah, that helps. So let's see if I can actually call the client like this. Maybe like that. No, it still cannot connect for some reason. Let me just make sure that this actually compiles, like it's being compiled. Doesn't look like it, so recompile. Sometimes you just have to clean everything. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Yeah, I don't see this. Let's see if I can just do that. Nope. The next thing I'm gonna try is just remove all the blue files. Now it cannot even find that class. Wow. Okay. Tragic. I had to kill bloop and connect to the build server again. And run. Oh yeah, I'm just so dumb. I just changed the package, right? Of course it's different. Yeah, that runs. So let's see if this works now. Yep, no. It still doesn't compile that. That's strange. That's really strange. That's the wrong, not what I wanted to call. Okay, now it's actually trying to compile something. Oh, look, it worked. Okay, so build something like that. That should work, right? Yep. So now the only problem is that if I do a list, it will not actually show me anything because this is gone. This is purely in memory. But that should be good enough for our use case. Now I'm thinking if we should just allow this behavior, like maybe I can make this a flag, but maybe later, so I'm just gonna leave it to do enable with a flag. For now, I'll just remove this and have the client run separately. All right, so exec creates an executor. That's fine. We have the executor. So inside eval, I think this is where we'll have to actually consume like the stream of that. So I want to tackle build first because that's like the only thing that is actually worth streaming. So exec build, this cannot just return an IO, right? So what I'm thinking is this will return, well, first of all, we need some sort of log messages or like outputs, events or something like that. For now, let's just go with the simple thing. So like a case class, log message, text, and we will not have any sort of levels in here. That could be just it. So if we just forget the hash for a moment, we'd have a stream, an FS2 stream of f and log message. And it looks like we don't have a dependency on FS2 and shared. I might have to add one. Yeah. And I think that's 2, 4, 6. No, wait, we're on 3 now. Again. 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2. Yeah. So let me add that, but now I'm wondering if it should be just a common library, and probably yeah, because we have cause effect right here. So let me add that. And yeah, this would make sense. So we will have a stream of all these log messages, but at the end, we still want to have a hash. So I'm thinking right now to just have a tuple with an extra effect. And basically what we'll do is consume this whole stream and then run this to get the hash at the end. I think I have a way, a decent way to do that. To combine all that in this fashion. We'll see. I'll try this and see if there's any issue with that. Yeah, we can try that. So of course, all the tests are gonna just break right now. I'm just gonna ignore that. So let's see the call site here. Wow, there's many call sites. And now I have to actually think about how Tapir is gonna do that. Yeah, I actually haven't done streaming with Tapir before. So this is gonna be something, so let's look into it. Yeah, I actually have to consider how we're going to serialize that, because we'll have a stream, and then we still want to have more stuff in the body. It's going to be quite difficult to, well, it's maybe not super difficult, but it's not trivial how you want to encode that into HTTP. So it does make sense for all of that. All right, let me actually try to do this from the protocol. For now, let's just leave the stream of log messages, and we will move this to the model somewhere, and we'll derive codec. And schema for Tapir. And now the protocol. So out. Why is that still fine? Oh, routing. Yeah, this is what breaks. Let me disable this for now. And this. Yeah, let me also have a stub implementation instead. That was a stream of f and log message. Okay. We just want to focus on the protocol. So build is going to be like in build out JSON body hash. We have to change this. So this will be stream. Yeah, that's going to be fun. So I think we want a text body because it is going to be text. Yeah. So stream text body, FS2 streams probably. Streams. Let's see. Oh, I cannot even find that. Here it is. Streams. I think in the client we might find the type of streams. To request. Maybe in the server. Yeah, this will actually take a lot of time. I have never done this before. Not sure even where to look for this. Again, interpreter. That's the Tapir stuff? No, that's our interpreter. Yeah, where's the server that's routing? Yeah. 2 routes. FS2 streams. That's what I wanted to use, right? Just didn't allow me to. Not found, yeah. Oh, we probably just don't have a dependency on this. That's too bad, but yeah, we'll have to add this. So where does that come from? I can close this now. And can we merge this? We could, but we have a conflict, understandable. I'll get back to this later. Yeah, stream support. That was the question, so where does that come from? I'm gonna use the metals package view. Looks like this is an STTP FS2 package. So we want to add that. So STTP, and now we have to find FS2. Now, which version is this gonna be? 351. That doesn't seem to be what was used here. FS2 3 127. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go to STTP to the GitHub. Yeah, 3151. Okay, let's just use that. Yeah, sure. Shared. Okay. Yeah, let's hope this works. If it doesn't work, like in a binary compatibility manner, I hope we'll just get a nice error from SBT. Okay, it did import. So FS2 streams, let me just use a fully qualified, import it here. And now what? Format. So we have JSON, just like that. Charset is gonna be, what's the default? I guess none. Apply. So what does this take? I suppose it would be, oh yeah, it's defect. Oh gosh. How about this? Huh? Yeah, I think Metals is giving up. Yeah. No such file, what? Okay, it actually worked. Eventually. I'm just gonna keep this open. So FS2 streams does take an effect type. Okay. Let's try to just get a value out of this. Right, so this is gonna be FS2 streams F, and the output is stream F byte. Not this stream. Yep. Okay, now I don't really like the fact that it's just bytes. Can we do something more specific? Streams of S. But S is like a normal type. Oh yeah, this is the streams of FS2 streams. Yeah, sure. I only wish we could specify a more concrete type, like something for the text. And there must be a way to do this. schema of t. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Let me look at this again. So I probably want stream body instead. Yeah. Yeah, let's see, stream body. And instead of all of this, I'll have yeah, this is quite tough. Okay, FS2 streams of F. The second thing, I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Also this, I don't need this anymore. Wild guess, I want stream F log message. Now whether that's possible is a different thing. And it doesn't really like that. Yeah, I cannot do that. Schema derived codec format. Oh, it actually takes parameters. Stream body takes a schema explicitly and then a format. Okay, fine. So this, if it's the streams, and now the schema is gonna be, wow, schema derived list of person. So I actually need a list. Can I just have a stream? Okay, I'm just gonna summon schema of f is to stream f and log message. I'm pretty sure this will not work, but we can try something else later. And codec format, which I think is what we wanted. It's gonna be JSON apply, just like this, yeah. What's the problem? Oh yeah, this. There is no schema for a stream, which is great. I wonder if I can just do list. Maybe for now let's do this, and we can try later. What's the actual input? Stream bytes. But I don't want it to be a stream of bytes. It was supposed to be, what? That doesn't make sense. How is this a stream of bytes still? Okay, outstream body. FS to streams. Like, shouldn't the schema change this? Like, set the type? Schema of t. Oh, it actually ignores t. It's so annoying. And it's always gonna be a binary stream. Okay. I wanna see this, like there's some examples. Uh-huh. Yeah, I suppose we're just gonna get a stream of bytes, and that's not very convenient. Because I'll have to, yeah, I think that might be just all that we get. My idea would be to have like a stream where all the lines are just logs until there's an empty line or some other delimiter, and that would be, you know, when we actually try to decode the next thing as the output. We could do that. I really hope I'm not reinventing the wheel, but yeah, let me see that again. Stream body using, yeah, give me that. Streaming endpoint, yeah, stream byte. So how do we actually use this as a client? Do we have that here? No, I guess this is just the server. Yeah, yeah, we can try that thing that I mentioned before. So I'm wondering how difficult it would be, because we'll have a stream. We'll need to find a way to go decode from a stream of bytes, right, to a stream of log message, but also this f of unit, f of hash actually. Yeah, the alternative would be to have like a stream of events where an event is like a union of log messages and hashes. And then the moment you see a hash, you just end the whole thing. That might actually be easier. And I'm inclined to try that instead. Like that will be definitely easier. So yeah, I think we will. So log message, that needs like a neighbor. There's gonna be, actually let's make it this an enum. So log event, or like output event of A, yeah. At this point something broke with the sound, but I hope we can still hear everything fine. Sorry for that. Quick break because my camera didn't have any space on the card left. We're back to it. So I was thinking to have a generic type parameter here so that I can potentially reuse this between other methods. But maybe for now we can make it, you know, as straightforward as possible. So this enum would have cases like log message with a string, and also it would be wrapping result with a build or like a value hash. Or maybe, you know, let's just make it generic anyway. Yeah, so instead of this we'll have output event of hash. Yep, and that actually looks pretty clean. Now we need to make the protocol aware of that. So I think we'll still have to have an FS2 stream here that has to stay. There's no going around that. But yeah, we'll see. So schema list log event. No, that was output event of hash. So that compiles, but I really don't like this list here. But maybe it's fine. Like I think the schema is only used to like to document the whole thing. Yeah, I really hope. I guess we'll see as binary stream. As long as I don't have to provide a list, which I think is fine because that's probably gonna be the case. Alright, so this is gone. This is gonna be public endpoint with this gone. Yep. Alright, that looks okay. So probably wanna do the server first because I just wanna see how this works. That's a lot of completion errors. Okay, let's just fix them one by one. So that's not gonna be that easy anymore, because this requires an endpoint that doesn't do streaming. Okay, let's do the server first. In the worst case, we'll just have something to stop at and continue from that point next time. So of course, let me just Ignore all the client stuff. Close everything, actually. What do we have here? Server-side executor. Where did I actually define log message? In shared. That's fine. And there's also output event, right? That's the thing. Output event of hash. This is the server, and previously this was the implementation. So I think for now, I'll just have like a constant stream of some fake events, and then we can try to do something better. So, I don't know, hello world, goodbye world, and this will be, well, both of these will be output event log message of hash, or let's actually make this covariant. So I can make it a log message of, I guess, nothing. Yep. Or an output event of nothing. And now I should be able to just append a stream of one element, or just the result of this whole effect. Like this. And registry save, what does that give us? Oh yeah, that's just a hash, so now I need to map this to wrap that into a result. Yeah, I could also do this on that level, but for now let's just do it like this. Okay, what's next? I guess I need to connect this to the server, because I cannot run the server. I can because it's not actually using this endpoint. If you look at where run is used, for example, like this run, it's used in routing, where we haven't actually used this endpoint here. So server logic, recover errors, that's gonna fail. Of course it is. And I suppose this is where I have to do the conversion, like that's probably the best place to do it, so that we don't have to deal with bytes in the executor. So yeah, let's try that. So build, let me just do a full lambda. So build, exec build, build. So that's the stream of my things. And now I need to encode it to JSON and to bytes. So the question is, yeah, actually, do we want to use JSON or not? And I'm thinking yes. Yeah, I think why not? Like this isn't really that important here. I guess I'll look at this example again. Let's keep this open for the next time. Basically, I'm wondering if I need to use like SPFS2 or if I can use the built-in stuff from this. Stream example. Yeah, I guess this is just gonna be all, the same thing. I don't see any mention of JSON. Okay, Tapir streaming JSON. How about that? Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's not possible with Tapir directly, which is fine. We can consume the stream using HTTP4S. What I'm saying, not even HTTP4S, this is purely FS2. I'm just looking here because there might be some examples. There's Jan FS2, but yeah, I guess I'll have to use Cersei FS2. That's gonna be the most convenient thing. So this. Do we actually have that already? I also see FS2. No. Okay. So this is FS2. 0.14, I hope. And this is in the server and probably in the client as well. So yeah, I guess I'll put it into the server for now. I also have one idea. The idea is that maybe I can like map on this, and this is output, and make this conversion here. And you know what? This actually does sound really good. It does sound really good. Yeah. It does. It does sound really good. I'm gonna do it here. So bytes, we're gonna have a stream of f and output event of hash. And here, I guess we'll have to have the opposite. So events, and we'll need a stream of bytes. However, the whole thing will have a type output event of hash. Almost there. It doesn't. Oh yeah. That's f here, and this replaces the byte. Voila. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it here. So I'll actually put it into the shared module as a dependency right here. And yeah, we can implement that later. For now, I wanted to do this. Basically, I think now we can just call this. That's actually a really nice thing about Scala 3. Like, it shows you what these different f's are. Turns out there's quite a few f's. So it wants an effect with a stream, and I'm gonna give it one, just like that. Server endpoint full. Okay. Oh right, yeah, that type doesn't match. FS2 streams of f. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this smaller, like that. So we get to have like an effect that actually produces the stream. That's kind of nice as a separate step. I don't think I'm gonna use it much, but it seems kind of nice. So now we need to focus on this. So I also see FS2. So we have all these things in here. So this is the one that decodes, right? And there's plenty of options. And we need to consider whether we want to have like separation of like how we want to separate these things with a new line character, or do we want an actual JSON array? And I think because we use the schema of a list, it would be best to use like an array. So yeah. So binary parser. Let me use decoder. What does that actually do? Decoder f output event hash. What does that do? Oh, that's a pipe from JSON to A. Okay, so I think I don't need this yet. We'll want some sort of parser, and there's these modes. Unwrap array, value stream. Is that all? And single value. Yeah. So I want unwrap array. So it's either string array, byte array. What's the difference? Byte, string. Okay, so we have bytes. I think this is the one that we need. What's the difference? Byte array by stream, okay. Yeah. And then we decode. Makes sense. Something like that. Yeah, we'll need sync. That's understandable. And now bytes through. And now through this coder. That's really nice. What's the problem? I guess F. And we need a decoder of this. But we should have one already. Log message result. Result is a hash. Hash has a codec. It doesn't. It does. It doesn't find a decoder of output event of hash. It found that, but we don't have a codec as object. What? Oh yeah, of course. So what's the actual encoding of enums? Shouldn't this be like a tagged union? Like, oh. Okay. So what I'm thinking right now is we want a codec that is able to encode as an object, but for some reason it requires codec as object of all these components. So maybe I will actually write my own codec, like very simple one, but given, and it's gonna be a codec as object output event of a. Is that the syntax? I think it is. So what does it actually do right now? Derived. Summon decoders. No, wait, that was summon encoders. Yeah, it doesn't actually take as object encoders. That's really strange. And also, what's wrong here? I guess types. Or just codec. Yeah, like what's the difference between this and what I had before? Also, this shouldn't be here. Does that work? It does. Okay, I don't know anymore. Let's see the other thing. Let's just implement this and see what the difference is. So events through. That's just reading, right? Do I actually have to encode that myself? Yeah, it says encoding. Oh wait, seriously, is for encoding. There is no support for encoding in this library, is there? Is there a ticket for that? Alright, I'm just gonna do it myself then. So events we're gonna map to as JSON, no spaces. That's from C syntax. No spaces and through these two tags UTF-8 encode. So you have a stream of bytes, but I still need to surround that. Can I do that? No. I'm gonna add like this character, the closing bracket. The reason for this is I actually want a JSON array, right? So I'll append that. It wants a stream, that's fine. Init. And I also want to put, can I prepend? No. That's alright. We'll append the whole thing to that. So this is going to be an actual opening bracket. And I also have to intersperse the items, but only on this level with commas. Intersperse, so like this. And I think that should do it. So it's not very convenient, but it should work. We can later like reuse this somehow, you know, like this whole thing, or this whole thing. For now, let's just keep it like this. And this is the wrong syntax. Yeah, let's try to actually call this. Can I? So HP, I think that's the build. And I guess, yeah, we actually have to send the file, the build. Okay, we got some chunks. So let's try to actually stream this, like make sure that it actually delays that printing a bit. So in the protocol, I think I'll add some delays in here. Intersperse. So metered 0.1. Oh, 10 millisecond, 10 millis for every character. That's probably gonna be a little slow here before the encoding. And yeah, it's saying it cannot find the monad. I think I've complained about this issue like 10 times in this series already. It actually needs something else on temporal, I think is the one from cast effect. Oh, there's something else. So metered requires temporal. Oh, but that doesn't imply sync. It doesn't imply sync, so maybe, wait, does sync not imply temporal? It implies clock. I guess we need async actually. Yeah, okay. So we have the server, let's try that again. Okay, maybe a little slower. Yeah, I think it does something. Now, it would be nice to do it in curl, so yeah, let me actually do like an empty build first. So something like this. Yeah, I don't really know how well HTTP does streaming. Yeah, let's do it in curl anyway. So what's the actual body? Something like that, yeah. That's gonna be a put. Host, API build, data. Yeah, now I have to remove all the new lines. I mean, I probably don't have to, but I'm more... I feel safer this way. Okay, we got the output now. How do we actually... Yeah, curl string. No buffer, okay. Yeah, it works. Let me just do this slower again. Whoa, what's that? Broken pipe. That's not good. But let me just forget about that and worry about it later. Yeah, this isn't per character, this is per item, so we'll have like 5 items. Anyway, this should show nicely what we're doing. It actually does stream. Yeah, I think that's really good. Yeah. Okay, so we have that milestone. Let me remove this. And now it would be great to actually consume this in the client, but I don't know if I can make this happen. We'll probably need something like this, but for streaming. Do I actually? To request and save. No, maybe I can actually do this like that. Just the streams of f. Build, and this is gonna be stream f hash, right? No, not just hash, but output event of hash. And it wants an async, yeah. We can try to make like this something different, not async, but like a new algebra, something that's able to, wait, I actually don't need async anymore, right? I removed that time stuff. Sync was enough. What was this here for anyway? Byte array parser. Yeah, I don't even know if this actually does need sync, but that's fine. Yeah, let's just keep sync. And async can be removed from the imports. Yeah, what else do we need? Sync. And that's an F. Okay, that's fine. So this external F, I don't really need this as a separate effect, right? So we have F of stream of something. I just want a stream. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift this whole thing into an effect, into a stream, and flatten. That's just gonna give me one stream. And if that actually works immediately, I'll be very impressed. 2 hex on an output event, that makes sense. Yeah, so for the client, just to make it pass like it used to in the past, I'm gonna do a collect. Wait, compile, collect. Can I do this? Wait, that actually works. Let me see, if I take a compiler, like an FS2 compiler, is there actually, yeah, there's no collect method. Yeah, okay. So I have to do a collect first, or just collect. So if we have an output event result with like a hash, we're just gonna take that hash, compile last or error, and now we're gonna map. And we probably need sync. No, we don't need sync, we need monad error throwable. So monad throw. I don't, what? Okay. So that makes it compile, and apparently the whole project compiles. We ignore all the other events, so I'm actually gonna, in the server, I'm gonna leave like a to-do output actual events. And also in the protocol, I'm gonna add a to-do to extract this somewhere. What else? And yeah, maybe this actually runs already. Just thinking there's one more piece, maybe. Yeah, the tests have an issue, but that's okay. Let's run the server. Or no, let's just run the client. So, yeah, let's build in here. Okay, that failed. Understandable. So, channel closed. Oh, wait. It still starts the server. Maybe it will run sometimes. No. Okay, strange. Yeah, let's just use the real server. So I'll run the server in the background and do something like this. Okay, this isn't looking good. I don't really get why this is happening. I have one idea. I've seen something similar before when I was compiling a stream with a compiler that wasn't aware of concurrency. I'm not sure if this is gonna be what's happening here. Eval takes the compiler, but eval knows this is IO, so it's gonna give it the concurrent compiler. Do we have a compile somewhere else? Yeah, that's not the one, and this is the one that I looked at. Or is it? Wait. Yeah, that's the one. Like, this should be... Huh. Pretty strange. So what about others? List also doesn't work. I think we are... there's something... The server was closed. What? Okay, now it worked. What about the build? Oh, there's actually an error. $422. No, it responds with... Huh? Let me try that again. So is the status code 422 or 200? I don't understand. Wait, I got a response. What? How is it working now but not previously? What? Yeah, see, now it fails. It's probably gonna fail a couple more times, but now it works. So I don't understand this at all. And I don't like it. Yeah, now it always works. So it's not like fully not deterministic. It's like it takes a while to start for no reason. Okay, another idea. Can I do list immediately? Let's kill Bloop. Actually, I can probably do it here. Shared build server. Yeah, Bloop sometimes has some issues. I'm not sure if it would be at fault in here, in this case, but you never know. So we have the server list that worked, and now build fails. If I run it the second time, it works. What if I run the server, wait like 10 seconds, and run that again? Okay, I'm calling it. Yeah, I have no clue. Close channel exception. Yeah, I'm gonna look into this, like why it keeps happening. But it's really strange, especially that at some point you are able to actually call this. Yeah, that's really weird. Anyway, I guess this is all we had time for today. So we did discuss Steward changes. Yeah, I think I'll get back to this and resolve this conflict now. So let me open a topic for this. So streaming events, and just gonna make a work in progress one, work in progress commit, and we'll try to fix this PR again. Main, yeah. There's supposed to be a conflict now. Okay. So it looks like my Git is better than the GitHub Git, and mine was able to resolve the conflict. Strange. But yeah, this looks alright. Let me run the tests. Test root. Okay. Yeah, that seems to work. Yeah, I'm just gonna merge. Okay. And now to be complete, go to main, and we will get this on our branch. So streaming events. I'll merge main into this. I just wanted to see if this still, yeah, that still works. It's pretty impressive, yeah. Of course, all the tests are not gonna work because we did make an incompatible change in here. And I'll fix that later on in the process. So yeah, let's look at the README. I would say we have the streamed output kind of right, like we have some support for that. So maybe let's say support for streaming responses. I guess queries would also work, like inputs. Now we have just outputs, but the same idea should be usable for inputs. So we have that, support for streaming responses, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we did here. So in the next episode, I'm pretty sure we'll finish up this whole streaming output thing. And yeah, that will probably not be the last episode. I think like a must-have is the custom build file format, because I really want to show something different from what we've done already. And I hope this was different. I hope this was entertaining and useful to you, especially given that I had never done this before. I did do like streaming JSON with FS2 before, but that was just HTTP4S, no Tapir involved. I would like to do tagging images, but that's just a feature and something more, doesn't show anything innovative in terms of Scala. It's just more like extending the project and its scope from what we currently have. And the rest is just mostly the same. For Weaver, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the migration because we already have a couple tests, so you get the ideas. Yeah, we'll see. So for now, this is it, and I'll see you in the next episode. So I think we'll have around one episode a month until we finish the series, and then we'll see what comes next. So again, thanks for watching. Leave a like, share this episode if you liked it, and I'll see you next time.